What's up, YouTube family? I'm back at you like I'm mad at you. And I already know I'm glad when you're showing up every time. When you're showing up, we growing up and glowing up. For sure that, man, I want to make a video real quick talking about what it really means to trust in the Lord, family. What it really means to trust in the Lord, aka the truth, the way, and the life. That truth leads the way to life, family. And I'm talking about life, that life more abundantly in all of your aspects of life and all that life has to offer us, family. We have to trust in the Lord. Put your trust in the truth, family, in all that you do. Let the truth be your GPS. Let the truth take the wheel. Let the truth be your decision maker. You see what I'm saying? Let the truth be your measuring tool, family. This is very significant to what it means that also the many things that we have to unlearn. We have to unlearn so many things, family, because there's many things that we adopted, many aspects, perspectives, experiences that we've adopted, family. Because your eyes can lie to you sometimes, family. And some things that we looked at, we saw with the physical eye, we saw it. If you saw it with just your mere physical eye, you saw it with a limited perspective. You see what I'm saying? You have to see things with the mind of Christ. You have to see things with the mind of the Lord, the mind of the truth, right? Because your eyes can play tricks on you. You know what I'm saying? And even your brain can too, but your mind, with the mind of the truth, where the truth is, will set you free, will lead you to abundance, will lead you to a limitless life. You see what I'm saying? There have been ceilings put over our potential, family, by others that projected their beliefs on us, and others who have projected their experiences on us, family, because of the things that they went through, the way things happen. We have to understand that the same way generations of wealth is passed down is the same way generations of limits are passed down. The same way generations of wealth is passed down, family. The same way generations of doubt is passed down. And that's through years and years of adopted beliefs and perspectives, family, and information. And so we have to look at what it really means to trust in the Lord. Put your trust in the truth, family. The reason why I'm saying that because you have to, when you take that specifically, understand what it means to everything that you do. Let the truth be your decision maker. Let the truth be your decision maker, because the Most High, sovereign power and authority, wants you to have it all. Do you understand that? The Most High, sovereign power and authority has given you abundance as your birthright. You see what I'm saying? This is why the scriptures say the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Now think about that, family. It didn't say, talk about that. It didn't even say speak on a need, right? It said the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. When the Lord is your shepherd, family, when the Lord is your leader, you realize when you know the truth, when the truth is your leader, family, then you realize that all that I desire, the Most High desires to give it to me. See what I'm saying? That's what it means that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not even want. Because when you realize, when you let truth lead you, there will be no limits. There will be no ceilings. You see what I'm saying? On your potential, on your aptitude, on what you're capable of, or what life has to offer you, on what's possible in the world. You see what I'm saying? Or what's possible in life. You see what I'm saying? The Lord is your shepherd, you shall not want. Because why? Because if the truth is your shepherd, then you know the truth. You understand that in everything, let me let the truth be my decision. Let me tell you, family, this is very significant in all that we do, because there's many times that I've allowed adopted beliefs. You know, your eyes can send you straight off. How you thinking something that don't really exist. How you thinking because you looked at something with a limited perspective. How you thinking this is what life is like and this is how it goes. When the fact of the matter is, if you look at it from your mental eye, when you look at it from the truth perspective, it defines it in a more clarifying way for your family, that you may be still led to success, that you may be still led to satisfaction. You see what I'm saying? There's so many things, family, that have been passed down to us in so many ways, not only from looking at other people's situations or adopting their beliefs or being fed their ideologies, but family, it's so many ways, family, we have been put into a box. Family, we have been been boxed in, family, by these different systems, family, that has been designed. You know, every kind of group of people, every kind of, I would say, kingdom of people, because every certain group of kind of people is a kingdom, family. Like say, for example, the streets. You know what I'm saying? That's a particular kind of people. That's a kingdom. You know, people who just, like, when you call it the street life, right? Or, you know what I'm saying, just say religious folk. That's a kingdom, right? Of many kind. When you talk about, I mean, that list goes on, but those are all kings, and they all have a particular belief system. They will all be like religious. Even some of these gangs, you know what I'm saying, who may not consider themselves to be religious, but they are religious. And that what they pass down for generations. You see what I'm saying? And so those things, family, when you look at the different sectors and kingdoms of people, groups of people, right? Organizations of people, although many are not organized, but the intended organizations of people, right? But kingdoms of belief systems, family, that are passed down, and we must unlearn many of these things. We must unlearn many of these ways. We must unlearn many of these perspectives and ideologies, family, immediately. I'm telling you, this is what is going to allow us to be abundant in everything that we pursue and everything that we move forward to accomplish, family, that we set forth to accomplish, family. Because why? Because we are being led by the Lord. We will be led by the truth. And if the truth is our shepherd, then we shall not want. We got to break these chains immediately, family, because that's what's we going to 25 and a whole nother level. When you go to get that business going, to, you know what I'm saying, to build on to the business that you already got. I want you to go in there with the Lord as your shepherd. Let the Lord take your will, family. I'm telling you, man, there's many things that I have been challenged with over the years because I simply just did not go with truth alone, right? And let me let y'all know something real quick before I testify to this, right? The truth does not belong to us, family. The truth is something that was already here. When you know something, like, remember, knowing. Remember, the knowing is where the Most High is. The Most High is in the knowing. Like, we humans, right? We think about the Most High is in the knowing, right? When you know a thing to be true and you don't go with it, you're truly, in some form or fashion, you're like you almost be like rejecting the Lord in that space. Not religiously in a way where he gonna be salty, but no, but you are. It happened to me. You know what I'm saying? You have to realize that the truth is holy. It's not something that necessarily belongs to us just because we think we're thinking on something and it's our decision. Like, no, either when you know the truth, right? When you know it, it's like that's not you. You see what I'm saying? Necessarily thinking like this is, you know, the truth. No, that's the truth in you saying that. That's what a red flag is, son. What you gonna do? That's what a red flag is, child. Like, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, how many of us know what it's like to not listen to the truth? You know what I'm saying? When you know something about something, see, it been time where I knew some things and I allowed myself to be like, man, you know, but what if? You know, I started thinking, right? Because I thought when the truth came to me, that was me thinking about the, you know, something that I knew. When all the time that was the truth was guiding me. You see what I'm saying? It was the truth guiding me. And instead of me just registering those red flags for what they was and spinning off, you know, I started leaning on my own understanding. You know what I'm saying? See, when you think that when the truth comes to you and you know the truth, you think that that's merely just you knowing the truth or thinking about the truth. And so you think you got a choice whether you want to go with it or not. No, family, you know what I'm saying? When the truth comes to you, roll with it. Because you is the one probably opposing the truth with your own ratification of thoughts and trying to, you know, justify something, or, you know, somebody show you who they are and you want to repaint that picture. You see what I'm saying? That's you leaning on your own understanding. When I say you, I don't mean the spirit of the Lord within you. I'm talking about the flesh. You see what I'm saying? It happened to me. I'm telling you, like, you ever did something you knew not to do? Think about what I'm saying, kind of like, in life, where you be like, man, why I do that? Or I don't know. Or if you how many of you ever look back on the past, right? And you thought about something in the past, you be like, man, I wonder what made me do that, or what was I thinking? That's the confirmation. I mean, that's the evidence right there, family, that the truth is separate, is holy from your average or your mere thinking. You see what I'm saying? The truth is a part of you. It is in your mind, right? It is the part of the Most High that is in your mind, that is innately built within your mindset, right? That mind of Christ, that mind of the Lord that you must embrace, right? That you must, but at the same time, it is still holy within you. So that thing is something that, you know what I mean, that we can't negotiate with. You know what I'm saying? When the truth is leading you, somebody should listen, man. Anything and anything that you do, you realize when the truth comes to you about a thing, just go with that. You know, you can try to, you know, think on other things and what ifs and all that after you already made the true decision, right? Don't do it for the decision. If you want to think on later on, like, man, I wonder if, you know, how that could have went another way. But go with the truth in the time of the truth. I'm telling you, family, the truth will not lead you astray. And that truth leads the way to life. So this is the reason why Christ said he was the way, the truth, and the life, family, because the truth will lead the way to life. I'm telling you, I've dealt with things years later. And if you don't go with the truth, you look up years and years later what you knew better years ago, will be still haunting you years and years and years later. And you like, damn, I knew that's exactly what that was, man. I knew that's exactly, because you didn't go with the truth. You know what I'm saying? How many guys that been locked up, how many people that got been in prison, and they had to think about when they knew better. You see what I'm saying? Scripture, not for to say scripture say, you know how people say you know better, you do better. That's how it gotta be, family. You know better, do better. I'm telling you, if you start to allow your life to be led by what you know best, and not by what you assume life to be, presume life. I'm not talking about what you not sure, what you don't. Remember, we talk about knowledge, knowing the led, and we talk about what you know. I mean that is true. When you allow your life to be led by what is true, watch how successful you become. And if you're already successful in this area, that area, watch how much more successful you become, family. Let the truth, I mean, in everything, whatever it is, when you're doing stuff, like, just let's let the truth guide you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let the truth guide you, family. You know what I'm saying? Let the truth guide you, family. You know what I'm saying? I can point out some things, family, that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can tell you some things. Like, say, for example, family, like, so one time I went to go see this. I'm looking at vehicles, right? I try to keep a few vehicles, family, in case one break down, I can use the other one. And I'm talking about for these distant travels sometimes that I have to go. So I be trying to have me a little gas saver. I don't want to take a truck all the way back and forth on it. Make a long story short, I go see this vehicle, and I want to say real quick, fam, when you learn from your mistakes, from other past mistakes, polarize into everything that you do. Because sometimes, remember, our experiences are experiments. They are experimental to teach you something for all of life, not just for that situation, right, that you went through, right? So I go to see this one vehicle, and so I you know, it was just a nice vehicle, more nicer in person when I saw it, right? But so I didn't even know about certain things about this vehicle, right? But the person who was selling the vehicle was a lady. She was like, man, she started telling me, like, yeah, you know, for some reason, the title got one amount, the title got these mileage. She read out the mileage on the title. She's like, but the vehicle got this mileage on it, which was lesser than what the title had. And then she said, and she had a slip from a car dealer that had the same mileage as the vehicle had on it. She was like, the mileage got this on it, the title got this on it, and the dealership slip got this on it. She was like, so I don't know, I'm not sure why this happened. I think it was a mistake, and this and it's not all that, right? So now, man, I'm already knowing about how people manipulate miles on vehicles and all that, right? So I'm kind of in tune with that. Man, I'm telling you about going with what you know, right? So, but man, I want to tell you, I'm saying how this was a nice vehicle, though. You know what I'm saying? Up close in person. So I'm studying, you know, I'm looking, I'm like, man, it is nice, though. But if I'm going with what I know, you know what I'm saying, it won't lead me astray, right? So I'm kind of like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the house. I'm gonna lead. I'm gonna have to let me think on it. You know what I'm saying? I could have bought the vehicle right in there, but I made her think. I wanted to go think about it, and I ain't had the money on me. I'm gonna go get the money and all that. So showing up before I leave, she like, let me show you the title. Let me show you the title, right? Now, this is what I was gonna tell you. So she said that her and her husband, they sell vehicles, right? Mind you, she said her and her husband, they sell vehicles. Now, I already got one antenna up because you threw out the situation with these miles, but you know, you wasn't hiding it, so that's the part of me that's still kind of giving her the benefit of the doubt. But I knew about that kind of thing, so. Mind you, I got one antenna up because of that. So now she on my way leaving. She like, yeah, and I really was still thinking about the vehicle. So this is what I'm telling y'all, how truth won't lead you wrong, right? I was still thinking about it though, but on my way leaving, she like, let me show you this the title. She had a vehicle where she had her own business or something, I guess. So the vehicle she was in, she went and jumped in it. It was like a van or something with the company stuff on it. She went and got the title out of there. She was like, yeah. Now, mind you, she was telling me, I was telling y'all, she was telling me her and her husband sell vehicles, and that's why she bought this. Mind you, she's saying that they buy them to sell them. You know what I'm saying? And so she kept telling me that she only had the vehicle for a couple weeks or a couple months. She just kept saying it, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We had just got it like a couple weeks, couple months ago. So, and I'm always mindful of a person, like, try to let you know that they don't have a vehicle. I mean, they don't know a vehicle. They're trying to let you know, I don't really know the vehicle. You know what I mean? That's by saying I only had it for this long, or I just got it. Anywho, she's trying to tell me that they sell vehicles, and that's why she bought it, to sell it. But then when she showed me the title, I'm just pointing out these few things that I'm piecing together when I'm telling y'all how truth will coordinate things for you and lead you in the right direction. On our way out of there, she like, yeah, check out the title. You know what I'm saying? Here go the title right here, clean title. She stopping her work vehicle and showed me, and I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I was just finna jump in the car and pull off. She could have had me, semi could have had me, because I was still thinking about it, right? I was still thinking about, like, maybe I'll come back and get it. So she showed me the title, and I remember she had a name on the title. She signed the title. Now, people, if y'all know, remember we talking about the knowing, truth, right? Y'all, you know, people who sell vehicles, they don't sign the titles, right? You don't sign the titles when you're selling vehicles, you know what I'm saying? It's different situations where it's possible a person would probably sign a title, but if you know anything about selling vehicles, selling cars or trucks or anything like that, you don't sign a title when you know you're buying a vehicle to sell it to somebody else. Why would you put your name on it to register it in your name? Think about that. Because if you sign it, the person who signed it as a buyer, they has to go register in their name first, which means they would have to go register in their name, get the new title back, and then sell it. That people don't do that when they selling cars. You know, I'm buying this so I can sell it. You ain't gonna sign it because you're gonna let the purchaser sign it. So anyway, I'm noticing when she's showing me the title, she should have let me get in the car and leave. But when she showed me the title, I'm noticing she signed the title, and I'm looking at it like, why is she got her name on the title? You know what I'm saying? So I kind of semi-asked that in the conversation. She was like, oh, you signed it. I was talking to him like, oh, you signed it. She was like, yeah, I forgot what she said, but in my mind, I knew right then and there. Bing. I'm telling y'all about truth. In other words, family, remember, mind you, she just got the vehicle a couple months ago. But she signed the title, which means, if you understand, when you know what you know, when I'm just telling you, she bought the vehicle for herself. She was going to drive the vehicle, and she's already selling it 2-3 weeks later, or 2 months later, however long she said. You see what I'm saying? So, therefore, remember I told y'all I was still thinking about it because she didn't have the situation about the miles. You know what I'm saying? She told me that, and I already understand. I know how that go. So I wasn't really sweating the mile situation like that for what I wanted to use the vehicle for. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm knowing, especially because she's showing me the mileage, and I'm going to shut up. She's showing me the mileage, you see what I'm saying, on the paperwork. So she knew about the miles when she bought it, is my point. So when I thought about it, I'm like, yeah, so she ain't selling it because she figured out the miles situation. Because she saw that like she showed me in the beginning when she bought it. It's something else that happened that made her want to sell a vehicle 2 weeks later. She signed a name on it. She was finna register it in her name, or was, you know what I'm saying, supposed to be registered in her name. You see what I'm saying? She was driving that vehicle. You see what I'm saying? So She told me she was driving it, but I'm saying she was going to keep it for herself for whatever reason, family. But because all I'm telling y'all is when I stuck with what I knew, because I told y'all, I was like, man, you know, the things that I know now, if I would have kept putting, you know what I'm saying, ice cream and cake on it, she's like, man, I don't know, maybe, you know, woo. There ain't no telling what, you know what I'm saying, what type of situation I would have ended up in, you know what I'm saying, because sure enough, she just showed me that on the way out when I was finna leave. I ain't even had to know that part. So all I'm saying to y'all, family, is, you know what I'm saying, stick with what you know. It was something going on with that vehicle that made her want to get rid of it 2 weeks later. You know what I'm saying? Because she signed her own name on it as the purchaser. And if you're selling cars, you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Not as the purchaser. You don't. You can do it as the seller, but not as the purchaser, because now if I buy it, I can't buy it with your name on it. You see what I'm saying? You got to transfer the title over in order to do. If you know anything about cars, you know what I'm talking about. So it just happened to be truth that makes things like that a lot more easy to deal with. Makes life a lot more, you know, a lot more successful in all that you do, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, man. I just sitting there thinking about that as I'm telling y'all that, but you know what I'm saying? Just stick with what you know. And and what I'm saying to you as far as make sure that what you know is true, unless you put limits and caps on your own potential, right? And on your own growth. Mind you, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. That means that this is someone who understands and understands that the Most High, sovereign power, authority of the universe wants me to have all that I could ever want. See what I'm saying? So understand that. That's why you shouldn't want when the truth is your shepherd. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't, there's no limit to it. But make sure when you're led by what you know to be true, make sure it's true. And that goes back to what I was telling y'all about the unlearning. We have to unlearn so many things, family. There's so many things and sayings and, you know, just cliche things that have been passed on and passed down that has put limits on us, family, put chains on us. In the same way, again, that you pass on wealth, the same way, again, you can pass on doubt generationally. You see what I'm saying? So we must continue to let that be evaluating process. You know what I'm saying? Let that be, you know, like getting your oil changed on the car. You don't think about doing it. You just have to do it every so many months. You know what I'm saying? Let us continue to unlearn and really go into that mental vault. Make sure we unlearning things that don't no longer serve us, that no longer need to be there because it's not true. You know, and if the Lord is your shepherd, if the truth is your shepherd, you shall not want. To the next video, peace, positivity, optimism, power, and abundance. And real quick, friend, I want y'all to do this like even in relationships, even in all of that, because y'all know, man, I'm telling you, man, you'll look up and you'll be like, man, you probably didn't did it before, but like, man, I knew better. You know what I'm saying? And you be dealing with what you knew umpteen years ago. Or however long ago, you'll be dealing with that because you didn't go with what you knew, with what was true. The truth won't lead you astray, family. The truth shall set you free. He the Son sets free is free indeed. You know what I'm saying? Understand what truth is, believe it, and go with it. To the next video, peace, positivity, optimism, power, water, life, abundance, truth, and water.